follow him and trust in him will also be raised to life forever eternally. So yeah, even in the earliest gospel, Jesus is obviously God. It's impossible to miss. Proving Jesus' claim to be God in every chapter of the book of Mark. The reason we're using Mark is because it's the earliest of the Gospels. Mark chapter 1, the voice of the one crying in the wilderness, make ready the way of the Lord Yahweh. But who is John making way for? It's Jesus, so Jesus is Yahweh. Chapter 2, Jesus declares that a man's sins are forgiven, and the Jews accuse him of blasphemy for this because only God can forgive sins. Chapter 3, Jesus is able to command demons out of people by his own name and own authority, something only God can do and not angels or man. Chapter 4, Jesus commands the weather, which is something Psalm 107 says only God can do. Chapter 5, Jesus raises the dead with a command. He does not need to call upon the Lord like Elijah or Elisha in the Old Testament. He can do it by his own name and his own word. Chapter 6, Jesus walks on water, which Job chapter 9 says that only God can do. Chapter 7, Jesus heals the blind, the mute, and the deaf, which Exodus chapter 4 says that only God can do. Chapter 8 is a feeding of the 4,000 in the wilderness, which is a direct parallel to God feeding the Israelites in the wilderness. Jesus makes bread out of nothing, just as God sent the manna down from heaven. Chapter 9 is a transfiguration where Jesus meets with Elijah and Moses on a mountain. And if you look at the Old Testament, the only two people who went up a mountain to meet with God is Moses and Elijah. Chapter 10, Jesus is able to see into the hearts of man, which only God is able to do. And he's able to predict the future. Again, something only God can do. Chapter 11, Jesus is able to make a fig tree die simply by cursing it with his word. Chapter 12, he explicitly calls himself the Son of God. And you have this little gem of Jesus saying that the Lord said to the Lord, and then claiming to be the Lord himself. Chapter 13, Jesus predicts the destruction of the temple with astonishingly accurate details. Chapter 14, Jesus himself establishes a covenant with his people, a direct parallel to God doing it in the Old Testament with Abraham and Moses. Not to mention the Daniel chapter 7 quotation where he claims to be the Son of Man sitting in power at the right hand of God. Chapter 15, Jesus' prediction about his crucifixion comes true, and the centurion calls him the Son of God. In chapter 16, who could forget the resurrection? He has the power over death and sin that not even the great equalizer of death could hold him. He has the keys to Hades, and he says that all who follow him and trust in him will also be raised to life forever eternally. So yeah, even in the earliest gospel, Jesus is obviously God. It's impossible to miss.